Hey everybody, welcome to Spring 2019. I'm Dr. Jensen and I'm here to walk you through your preparation for the class. So let's get started. All right, welcome to class. By now you found our course website and here is our agenda of what to expect. So I'll tell you first a little bit about me. We don't have a textbook. Our class goals and what you will learn. Expectations of you, what you should expect from me, others that will be involved in the class, and how to be successful. So kind of just sit back and relax and take this in. You might want to jot down a couple of notes as you watch this video of some things to follow up on, but otherwise this will help give you an idea of what's coming. So this is me. This is my educational background. You can read it. I did my PhD at University of Oklahoma, go Sooners. I have 2 master's degrees, one from the University of Louisville and the other from SMU in social sciences, politics, crime, sociology, and economics. My bachelor's degree is in sociology from Southern Methodist University as well. So I'm actually new to the University of Florida, go Gators. This is the beginning of my 2nd year. So I previously taught at BYU for over 7 years, and I was an associate professor, but I've come officially to be the online professor in our criminology department. So I teach a lot of different online classes, and I've had a few of you already in classes. But my highest rated course when I was at BYU was social statistics and research methods. So this is the class specifically that I was hired to come here for and offer. So I hope you enjoy it. Well, I am like you. I have been an online student. I've been on the other side of the keyboard, taking classes, being a parent, working a full-time job, caring for elderly parents, all those kinds of things that happen that make it so you can't be on campus. So my master's degrees at Louisville, my social work master's was 100% online, and I did that while I was working full-time. So I know what it's like to be juggling that schedule and working late at night and working on the weekends and kind of feeling a little bit isolated and having to be really disciplined to do this. So I've tried to make this class really hands-on and user-friendly because I've been in your shoes. Where I've worked, practiced, and partnered. So I've been around the block a few times, especially in criminal justice. I've actually worked in a juvenile probation office. I've been a drug court counselor, a therapist when I was doing my social work master's degree, and did addiction recovery with clients. I've been a statistician in health and welfare for a state foster agency for a state of Oklahoma. I've been a consultant. I've been a researcher on grants and worked with law enforcement, prison and jail, sheriff's offices, shelters, and post. So I've done a lot of different things, and my research background comes from those things. And you'll find that a lot of our assignments and labs come from this sort of environment. Okay? We have no textbook for this class. Yay! For some of you, it saves you a lot of money. So basically, this is a 100% laptop class. You will use some software for this class, which I'll talk about in a moment, but it is free software. So you do not need a textbook. Materials for learning are mostly from articles and best practices. You'll learn that all of the sciences use statistics, and there are a lot of shared methods that nobody really owns. But I teach research methods and statistics in an applied manner for your job. So treat this class less like an academic class and more like a workshop where you're doing a lab every week up until about week 8. And then after week 8, around midterm, we kind of shift gears and we start doing projects. So the labs actually build all your skills for the class and teach you how to do different things in data and statistics. And then the projects for the second half of class have you apply all those skills on your own topic, your own variables, and your own data. Okay? You do not have to collect your own data in this class. I already have data collected for you to analyze and use. Because otherwise, if you had to go out and collect data, this class would never end. It would take forever, but we will need to develop a topic that you will work on. I have no discussion boards for this class, but we will have regular group communication, and you can call me, actually. Yes, on the phone, at night, and on the weekends. I know you're not used to doing that with online faculty, but a class like this, when it's statistics, sometimes you need to have real-time conversations about what you're doing or how to do something, and that's okay. The students that get A's call me. So do not be shy. It doesn't reveal any weakness. It just tells me where you're at and how I can help you. So I don't look at it that way. You're not bothering me by calling me. I actually set aside time in my week for you. And I've been on the phone with students at 9:30 at night before because that's what worked for them. Now, I'm not a help desk. I'm not around 24 hours a day. And if I can't pick up, I won't, especially if I'm driving or something. But I try to pick up as often as I can, after dinner, Sunday night, Saturday afternoon. If I'm available and I'm around and I'm not, running an errand or something, then yeah, I'll pick up and we can talk and work on a lab together or something. That's fine. But yeah, there is no textbook. Now, a few students have asked for a textbook because they want more pictures or they want some step-by-step user guides. You're certainly welcome to order a book like SPSS for Dummies. You can find it on Amazon, but it's not required. I've had maybe like 5 or 6 students buy those in the past and they find them useful, but 90% of students say it's not really needed. Jensen walks you through everything. So I have 100 different videos in this class that shows you how to do lots of different skills, click by click and step by step. So what I will tell you is, in lieu of a textbook, I would have your laptop open with your lab or your assignment or your data or whatever project you're working on in your screen. And then next to your screen, you could grab your smartphone or maybe a tablet and play a video of me walking you through the steps right next to it. So that way you kind of get dual screens a little bit if you don't have dual screens, because I can narrate you through the steps and you can kind of click along. So that's probably the number one recommendation that I get from students is tell students to play their phone or play it on their iPad or some kind of tablet device or maybe 2 laptops or have dual monitors, because it's very helpful in a class like this. So that's just something to think about doing. Class goals. I am to get you comfortable using SPSS, and SPSS actually stands for Statistical Package for the Social Sciences. So it's the industry brand software. It was developed by IBM way back in the 80s, and it's been running ever since. And so it's what government, nonprofit, and academia use the most. There are certainly other softwares out there like Stata or SAS, eViews. There's all kinds. There's like probably 12 of them. But SPSS is one of the most common, and that's what we're going to be using. So we're going to practice the basics of social research, especially as they pertain to studying crime. So I try to make it focused on that topic. We're going to bring all your skills together into a research paper or report, and we'll talk about that shortly. My expectations of you are you do need to use SPSS software. That is required. I've had students occasionally say, can I use Excel or can I use this other thing? And I said, no, you have to use this software. It's part of your research training, and you will find that as you try to use these skills outside of class, this is what everybody uses, okay? Now, in case they don't use that, maybe they use another program, they're all very similar. So knowing one program can very easily translate into another. It's not that different, okay? Please be patient and pardon our dust. I tinker with this class a little bit because we just reorganized it last semester for the first time, and I'm still working out a few kinks here and there. So if you find that something isn't scoring right or looks funny or is in the wrong place, please let me know, because I'm still working out the best solutions for where stuff goes. And I don't want to penalize you for that. I'm just tinkering because I like it to be current and relevant. Be very hands-on and active. Communicate often and early for help. Now, this class starts on a Monday, and it basically wraps up the following Sunday. So Monday is the beginning of a new week or a new module. So most of your labs and your projects and your assignments are due on Sunday night. So that way you have the weekend to get stuff done should you need it. That being said, I tell people, do not wait till the last minute to do a lab, because you may find that one lab or another is challenging and you're running out of time. And the deadline is just like hovering over you and you're dying. So you can even attempt the lab a little bit earlier in the week and save it and then come back to it. You do half of it maybe in the beginning of the week and the other half at the end. Canvas actually lets you save the labs, so it's kind of nice. It is a 4-credit class. 4 credits. So you're going to spend more time in this class than you do any of your other classes. It's required to graduate. You must get a passing grade of a C or better on the final paper in order to pass the class. So this requirement is actually a state of Florida legislature requirement for all universities and colleges in Florida. So we all have to make sure that you produce 24,000 words of research and writing across so many classes. This class blows that out of the water. So you're going to be writing about a 15 to 22 page paper with original research, statistics, tables, and lots of sections that kind of looks like a journal article or a research report. Don't worry. I know this could be the single biggest paper you've ever written for any class. I know that. We actually write the sections as we go, especially after midterm. And I give you feedback on each section so you can correct any mistakes and prepare your parts of your paper for the final draft. Okay? So it's very easy to get behind and stop watching the videos and kind of hurry through the modules. I actually had 3 students do that last semester, and they really struggled. Some of them didn't pass because they skipped material. I very carefully and thoroughly walk you through everything you need to do to prepare all of your work. But if you don't watch the videos, it's kind of like ditching class. And then you turn something in that's totally wrong or totally off, don't get much credit for it, you get grumpy, then we end up going back and forth trying to fix what it was, and we figure out that maybe it's pretty obvious to me if you're not watching the videos, because I'll ask you a question, you don't know what it means, and I go, oh, okay, did you finish that module? Because we went all over that in that module, and you go, no, I didn't, and I go, okay, I can't help you when you don't put the time in to learn. So spend those 12 to 16 hours a week doing the work. Really commit yourself to this class. I don't want you to have to retake the class. It's always really unfortunate when that happens, but it does occasionally happen to a few people. So make sure you really invest yourself in this class. Okay, what you should expect from me. I respond to you within 24 to 48 hours. I do have teaching assistants to help me. Not so much for this class because this class is my baby. I am available for phone calls, Skype sessions, or FaceTime. And I can sit and troubleshoot with you. We can code your variables together. I can help you with your data, your labs. I can help you with pretty much anything. I'll tell you if I can't help you. Well, I can't do that for you because you have to show me you can do it on your own. I'll tell you that, okay? But yes, you can call me. And again, the students that call are the ones that get the A's. So please be very vocal, reach out, and reach out early. If I can't pick up the phone, I won't. But often I am available, again, even on the evenings and weekends and stuff like that. So you might as well try to call. I have a Google phone number set up just for this class. I am here to provide reassurance when you make mistakes. It's how we learn. You're going to recode a variable wrong. You're going to be in the wrong data. You're going to mess up something. It's normal, especially in a class like statistics and data analysis, which has kind of a mathy feel. That's why you're here. That's normal. It's not a big deal. But again, I can't help you when you don't put the work in. So just make sure you're dedicated to that. Here is the software that we're using for class, SPSS, and you can get a free version by using apps.ufl.edu. So this is something you might want to jot down in that notebook as a place to save in your favorites on your browser. And this is where you go access this package. You might have used this package in your first statistics class if you had it here at University of Florida. You'll sign in with your GatorLink ID and password, and I actually help you navigate to it to find the software and open it, but it's a virtual desktop client version of the software. So it kind of opens up a window that kind of floats over your screen, and you can do anything you need to do for your projects, for your final paper, or your labs using the free version, okay? Now, if you don't want to use the free version and you'd rather get your own copy, you can do that here at onthehub.com. I'm going to take you to that website. Okay, here's the website of On the Hub. So this is basically an educational vendor that sells software to students, and it licenses it to you at a kind of education or nonprofit rate. So you can see they actually have some good deals on getting a limited license agreement package of SPSS. So you can actually click on that. The latest version is version 25, and you just go there. Now what you'll need to do, again, this is only if you want to buy it. Some people want to install the license on their hard drive. You're welcome to do it, but you don't have to. Most students just use the free version and they're fine, but some people want their own copy. So in here, you want the SPSS Statistics 25 Grad Pack. So it's actually called the Grad Pack. You'll click on that. We call it the Standard Grad Pack, and it'll take you to that version of SPSS. It has more tools inside the menus and more functions that we run in this class. Okay, so just make sure you get the right version. You don't need the premium grad pack that has a bunch of stuff that we'll never use and they use in graduate study, so you really don't need it. You just need the standard grad pack right here. Okay, so you'll buy the standard grad pack 25. You can either buy it for Windows or for Mac, so you just have to indicate your operating system above. So if you click on this drop down, you can switch back and forth from Windows to Mac and then go get that version of the software. You only need a 6-month rental, and as you can see, it's $42.99. I think there's a $5 download fee that also goes with it, plus tax. So it's pretty nominal. It's like a textbook cost, but you add it to your cart. You have to use your educationally provided email, so you need your ufl.edu email, which verifies that you are a student and you are eligible for the discount at a major university. Okay, so and it tells you what operating systems of Windows or Mac that you need for it, and it'll walk you through the download process. So you don't need the 12-month version. You're not going to be in class that long. But again, this is if you want to buy it from an educational software vendor, but you don't have to. If you need more help on this part, just notify me and I can do that for you. Okay, so that's on the hub, how you buy your license. Kind of wrapping up here, just a few more things. Treat this class like a capstone and a training course for your criminology career. So again, this class is going to feel like a data workshop where we have different labs and tasks that we do each week, and I walk you through all of them. So commit the time you need to watch the videos all the way through. Every semester I have students that will say, I need to go rewatch that video. I remember you showed us how to do that, and I'm going to go watch it again. Or I need to go watch it a third time. I forgot one step and there's something I'm missing. I need to go see it. I try to keep my videos under 8 minutes, sometimes under 4 minutes. And you can fast forward me, you can back up, you can pause. I don't know. It's your video. You use it however you need to. But I also have most of these on YouTube as well. So in kind of a little YouTube channel. In fact, I had one student subscribe to my YouTube channel so they'd find out anytime I was putting a new video up and they wanted to go watch it to kind of stay on top of class, but you don't have to do that. But yeah, it's going to be like a workshop where I walk you through different steps in a software program. All the labs that we do are during the first 8 weeks of the class. Those give you all your skills. The second 8 weeks of class that lead to the end of the semester are your projects, where you use all those skills to write the paper and do research, basically. So I'm very methodical in how I teach you those skills, because the secrets and hints and suggestions that I have you do the labs are exactly the kinds of things that are going to help you stay organized when you do your projects. So you may feel like in the middle of a lab, why is she having me write this part down? This is stupid. You're going to find yourself writing that down when you go to work on your own topic, your own variables, and do analyses on your own data. So you're going to want to have that good habit in place so that you don't have to redo something later because you forgot to write it down. It's really good to keep like a spiral bound notebook. Go get one at a store for like 60 cents, maybe 100 pages. That's all you need, just a skinny notebook, and kind of use it to write down all your jottings. We're going to be in over 100 different variables in 12 different data sets, and you're going to want to jot down a couple of things from time to time to keep track of what row you're on or what it's called or what's in there. And it's just good to have some scratch paper nearby. So it's very common for students to keep a data log. a notebook of all your notes when you're running analyses, when you're working on labs, when you're doing project stuff. Make that part of your preparation for class, is to have a little notebook just for this class. Dedicate time each week. Again, it's a 4-credit class. It is required for your criminology major. It's required by the state of Florida to get all those research and writing words in. And install and obtain your software early. Use good file storage habits and naming conventions. There are places on the server that we use where you can save all your work when you're working in different data sets and building new variables and pulling things apart and smashing stuff together. You can save all your stuff. And I show you a place that's called the Student File Storage M Drive. It's permanent file storage that we give you at University of Florida, so you can save all your stuff when you're on a virtual server. So make sure you keep track of what you name things, because you might be in a lab one week and then in another lab another week, and you want to kind of go back to that file and look at something you did. So just make sure you keep track of those things. Be really honest about what works and what doesn't and what's confusing, because I take it very seriously. I read all my student evaluations thoroughly, and I rethink what things are working, what things need to change. So make sure you let me know that. We're entering the world of big data, and there's such a demand for statistics and data out there as far as things that people need. And this is a skill class. I'm almost kind of cocky about this class. This class is a skill beyond your major that you can use in any organization or agency, criminal justice or not. Everybody uses statistics. Everybody uses data on their population, their customers, or their clients. And just the basic skills you learn in this class can help you be very marketable. The very last module in the class, I actually show you how to write up these computer skills on your resume, so you can present them to future employers, graduate schools, etc., to show them what you know how to do. And this final paper makes a heck of a sample paper for law school, graduate school, or an employer that shows off your skills and what you know how to do. So keep that in mind as you're doing this class and take it seriously, because you need it to graduate. And I'm here to help you do that. Okay, well, that's all I have to share with you for the moment. Thanks for bearing with me through a little bit longer presentation and welcome video, but I feel like this gives you a good running start. I look forward to seeing you this spring semester, and please reach out. Use my Google Voice number, use email, tell me what's going on, and I'll get to you as soon as I can. So otherwise, we'll see you later.